Hi guys, welcome back. It's Chrissy the Crystal Indigo, and I am here with a twin flame energy update for the new moon that starts today. That energy will be for February 23rd through the 29th. Now, this is resonating for indigos, light workers, star seeds, mystics, however you resonate spiritually wise, this is for you. Now, if you don't understand what a twin flame connection is and you feel like you are in a twin flame connection, you can email me. I do offer those readings as well. I do offer life path and purpose guidance readings as well also, because I know that's a lot of the questions that you guys have for me when it comes to what is my life path and purpose, what am I meant to do, what are my gifts, and we can dive into that. So again, this is for the twin flame energy update for the new moon in Pisces, and this energy is for February 23rd through February 29th. Now, I'm starting with the Rider-Waite deck. I'll go into the Mystic Moon Oracle deck. Then I will go into the Twin Flame in Separation Messages Oracle cards by Liv Tarot. And then I will go into the Romance Angels. And then I will give you a message from the Work Your Light by Rebecca Campbell. Now, let's dive right in. So for the first card that came out, I asked Spirit, I said, listen, I just need communication for the collective in regards to going forward, what is now happening with all the shifts, with all the changes, with all the energy updates, light codes and downloads. So the first card out, and this also represents Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. But with this first card coming out, it talks about communication. The sword is not down, it's in the upright. So a lot of the twin flame collective, whether you're divine feminine or divine masculine, the energies are interchangeable. You're going to get that communication that you've been waiting for, because one of you, have always been enlightened, but your divine masculine has become more enlightened and is starting to see the things that the divine feminine has been communicating or have been communicating to their divine masculine. So this person has gotten their dose of enlightenment. They're not all the way through the awakening process just as of yet. So you still have to be, a little. I think about the Sagittarius card, Temperance. You still have to be delicate. You still have to be fragile. And for the divine feminines that I'm channeling into today, you guys are all about that self-worth. You're all about self-love. What has happened or transpired between your connection, it doesn't affect you in the way that it has before, because you see the ultimate goal. You know what your connection represents and stands for from the divine's point of view. So there's going to be a lot of communication going forward. And I know a lot of you guys is like, I'm hearing this all the time, it's all the time, it's all the time. Remember, don't sit up and look at your phone, look at your messages, look up at your emails and like fiend for this communication. Just know it's going to happen in the right time. Okay. The next card that came out is the Fool. So here we have this person on this journey. And what did we talk about? All that yellow in the background, that enlightenment energy. Your divine masculine does not want to lose you. So they are taking the steps they're guided to take in order to perfect what they have didn't pay attention to in the past, wasn't aware of in the past. And this is saying like now, you know what? They're like, you know what? At the end of the day, like what can I lose from this? Like giving it a chance, opening up, seeing where, my divine feminine is coming from. Where can I lose from this? Because your divine masculines definitely, even though they haven't been reaching out, haven't been communicating, they have been feeling your energy. You have been showing up in their dreams. You have been meeting up with them in the 5D. So it's like, okay, I cannot run from everything that I've been seeing. I want to take a leap of faith. I'm going to step out on my faith, and I'm going to trust that when I walk, I will be protected. I won't fall off this ledge. Spirit, God, divine will catch me. Okay. The next energy that came out is the King of Pentacles. And so now your divine masculine is coming forward, and they're saying like, I'm in a place where I'm stable. I'm in a place where I'm mentally, financially, stable, because for some of the divine masculines, their worth was tied to their bank account. So this is how they, their energy flow with you. If they were high in, in their abundance, they were okay, and and the connection went really well. If they were low, or they were lacking in something with in regards to finances, excuse me, they really were running, cutting you off, shutting you out, because they needed to have in their mind, everything all together. And they've been through this awakening. They're going through this awakening. They're starting to see that, yes, this abundance is great. Yes, this is amazing. But the healing work, all this green around it that you have to do in regards to continue to flow with this abundance, is the most important step. Okay. For the collective, the overall energy, and you guys know I don't do reversals unless I'm called to, is the Three of Swords in reverse. So this is saying that your divine masculine, your divine feminine is coming out of that heartbreak energy, and it's looking to repair, have compassion, be supportive. They're not in that low vibrational energy anymore. But again, remember, it takes baby steps. So just because you hear these messages today, it doesn't mean like you go right away and email your divine counterpart or call your divine counterpart and be like, you know what, Chrissy the Crystal Indigo told me this, and this is how you're feeling. Because remember, you still have to communicate to your divine counterpart in the 5D. That is where they understand you the most. Until it is aligned in the 3D, then that's when you're able to communicate to them, and both of you guys communicate to each other, because you both understand the connection on the 5D and in the 3D. So this is really amazing. Now, for the divine masculine spread and the mystic moon oracle, the first card out is family. So this is what they're focused on now. Like, I want that family, I want that ultimate union, that foundation. I want to leave a legacy, something for my children to look up to. And some of your divine masculines, they could have a boy or girl, you know what I mean, from a previous relationship, but they're saying like, this is what I want. And it doesn't mean that because they have children with someone else that your connection won't be as strong, or it won't mean have that much essence with it, as as if it was another partner. So this is what's on their mind. This is what's in their heart. They want that family foundation. They want what's real. They want to have that unity. Okay. The next card out is purge. Your divine masculine is just going through a humongous purge, just purging everything that no longer serves or grow them. And while they're purging, they are getting the information. They are getting the light. When I see this drop here, it's like, okay, you're getting those liquid downloads of what needs to happen in order to support you on this journey. The next card out, the divine masculine got lessons. Okay, so there we go again. Those light codes, those downloads, and you may have been experiencing, ears ringing, headaches in your around your third eye, in between your eyebrow, on the top of your head, your crown chakra, having intense like migraines. And what can help with that too is if you get a herb called rue and place it on your forehead, that will help clear out your migraines. But for some of us, or a lot of us in the collective, these are the downloads that are that we are getting in order for our body to start performing the way that it needs to perform, when it comes to our spiritual work, our spiritual path, what we do in regards to our spiritual journey. Okay. The next card that came out, and I also saw this card in the pre-shuffle when I was shuffling for divine masculine, is fifth dimension. And so again, this is where you guys are really strong and really understand one another, is on the fifth dimension. This is where your souls actually communicate with each other. And you may see, visions where your divine masculine is showing you like, you are the one I, want to be with, or the one I want to be in union with. And, and you wake up and it's just like a whole different story. But on the soul level, in their soul, in their heart, this is what they really want to do. And that's why I said it's very important that in the 3D, you do not, taint that. If you know your divine masculine is not all the way awakened, do not start slinging out, spiritual terms, talking about visions, all this other stuff, because you're just going to push them back into their spiritual closet. Okay. The next card that came out for divine masculine is compromise. They're starting to say like, well, maybe I'm not all the way open to spirituality, but I can compromise and I can understand, what my divine feminine is talking about, what my divine feminine is trying to get me to see, I want to compromise and meet my divine feminine halfway. This is what this is talking about. They're probably also compromising, hey, you know what? Let's be friends. Friends isn't a bad thing. Don't keep your mind triggered on just union, because you have to get to know each other again. You have to get to know each other in that spiritual light. Remember, when you guys were brought to each other, one of you were almost awakened, and it triggered your awakening even more in your spiritual gifts, and the other was not. So again, with the compromise, don't take it as a as a hit to the face. Just know that, okay, we're being brought back to each other, and even if this divine masculine or divine feminine is offering friendship, this is saying, like, they are still willing to go through the journey and help me on my life path and purpose. And that's what matters to most, that unconditional love, right? Because you should still be able to love them. I just saw an orb. You should still be able to love them, even if you're not getting what it is you wanted. It's all about what divine has planned for the both of you, okay? For divine feminine, ascending. So the divine feminine is ascending more and more and more, and this is for the divine feminines that are in separation. You're witnessing your spiritual gifts. You are realizing you have more than just one. You are realizing what your life path and purpose is on this earth. You are realizing what part you play in the mission in regards to the 144,000 light workers. You are doing the work, and as you do the work, you continue to ascend, okay? And I can share with you guys a story about this. So for my experience, every so often, like every 3 months, I want to say, there's always a new gift like emerging within me that I have to learn how to work with. And you don't really get the next gift until you really harness the one you got before. And so with time and divine timing, you start to learn and understand. So when we talked about like my channeling, like how I started to be able to tell people or my clients like names, information, and things like that. And at the end of the day, when I first, as a child, like I said, I always had the sight. I always had the empath, energy, where I could feel different things and stuff like that, but didn't know it was a name to it. I always could see, extraterrestrial beings. Like, I was just like, whoa, like, what is this? Fairies or other, beings from different planets. So that's why, as a kid, it's very important that your parents are knowledgeable in some sort of way. That way they can help you through it and you don't feel like you're losing your mind. So with ascending, this is saying, like, for me, it's all about your lineage too. So in my lineage, the Native American women, they always work with the herbs. They always cured with the herbs. And I didn't go to herbology class. And even though one of my spiritual mentors said, like, you should take up herbology, you should do this, you should do that. And I was just like, what? But every, spiritual person that I spoke with, they always brought up my grandmother and her medicine cabinet or psychic. They would see like what she was trying to show me. And so as of recently, at that time, I was like, I don't see myself in the kitchen burning up herbs, doing this, doing that. But it's crazy how fast forward, and I have like my coworkers or my, my roommate, or they're like, can you make this herb for me? Can you do this? And like without any lessons, without anything, she intuitively guides me through the herbs. And now it's like, okay, I can make a cream to, get rid of acne. I can make a cream to, or an ointment for crow's feet. I can make a cream to heal the heart, or an ointment to heal the heart. And I didn't go to class. I didn't do anything. These gifts are within you already. You just have to be confident about yourself. And if you guys would like, certain herbs for different things, like for my other roommate, I made the herb for the tea, really good with the teas as well, on like heart problems, digestive problems, things like that. I don't believe in medicine unless it's 911. So with me, my teas are and my oils are, herbs for life. And that's how you get, set yourself in motion. When you're putting yourself with all this, medicines and things like that are putting inside of you, like it taints your spiritual awareness and your growth, okay? So with ascending, like a lot of you guys are starting to realize like your gifts, what's happening, what's going on. And so that's very beautiful that you're ascending. The next card that came out is the answer is no. And I was like, oh boy, I'm like, what is this? What is this? What is this? So I asked Spirit to clarify the answer, and it says fear, and it says self-worth, right? So I said, okay, let me put this back in the shuffle, and I'll shuffle again. And if it comes out again, then I know this is what Spirit wants me to communicate and clarify what this answer is. No. And so it came out again. And so I giggled like so hard. And I was just like, okay, I get it, you know. So right now, again, the steps are coming into fruition for you and your divine masculine, but it's still some fear there, and there's still some self-worth that needs to be worked on, because your divine masculine feels like they're not worthy of you, they don't deserve you. And I know in your head you're just like, come on, like I've even told you that, you know, I feel you are so worth it, and like, you know what I mean? But to them, if they don't have all their ducks in a row, they feel like they're not worthy enough for you, because they see you as this angelic being, as this person who loves them unconditionally, and they can't understand why, because they've always had, you know, situations with conditions. Okay, so that was really beautiful. The next card out for divine feminine is union, and so this is what's taking place. And again, remember, get out of your mental, love on yourself as much as you can. Don't allow, you know, those triggers to rise up, and if you need to, call on your ascended masters, because that has worked mountains and mountains for me, moving mountains for me. And that was my biggest point, was the triggers. I kept getting the thoughts, which would set me back. And I can honestly say from January 26th until going forward, the triggers don't affect me. It is the second I feel those energies, because I have to remind myself, are these my energies? Are these my feelings? Or are there someone else's? Right? So union, this is the energy that's coming forward very strong. Okay. The next card that came out, this also came out in the divine masculine, or I saw it during the divine masculine shuffle. Action. You guys are both ready to take action. You've done the work, you're doing the work. Remember, your divine masculine is just a few steps behind you, so you have to allow them to catch up. Not saying let them be a burden to you or anything like that, because you have to teach them how to be strong on the 5D and in an energetic kind of way. Okay. The overall energy for the both. Spring. So, you know, spring could resonate for you and your divine masculine. You could meet in spring. You guys could come to union in spring. You know, there could be a birthday in spring. Something in spring resonates. Even with the flowers, like how beautiful they look. Someone could be getting engaged in spring. You guys let me know how this resonates with you, or if you are with your divine partner and you guys have planned your wedding, it may be in the springtime. So let me know how this resonates with you. But this is saying a lot of unions are happening in the springtime, okay? Now let's dive into the Twin Flames in Separation Oracle deck by Liv Tarot. So for the divine masculine, the first card that came out, it says, we were too different. That's why I'm with someone similar to me. We were too different. That's why I'm with someone similar to me. And so, you know, your divine masculine noticed that, you know, you were just angelic being, like you guys, like the thing, your integrity was on point. Like you didn't honor low vibrational energy, and your divine masculine was just in that, you know, level of, or in that energy of, you know, just a low vibrational, like wanting to, you know, have multiple partners, karmic situations, you know, not being of integrity. And so this is why they knew they couldn't come forward until they got themselves right. And it says, we were too different. That's why I'm with someone similar to me. So that way it wouldn't affect the divine masculine, because if they're with someone who doesn't care about, you know, third party situations, or, you know, just meeting up just to have a, you know, quick late night romp or anything like that, it's not going to affect them as much as, and then the clock says 6:44. It's not going to affect them as much as with you. Okay. The next card out is, I'm still trying to find my place for myself in the world. So remember, we can go back to the self-worth and the fear card that came out with the answer is no. So allow your divine masculine the time to get through it, to shake it off. Okay. The next card out, it's easier being with someone from my world. It's easier being with someone from my world. Okay. It's easier being with someone from my world. Wow. And then it says, I'm feeling lost and I don't know what to do about it. They don't understand like the connection. They don't understand what is happening. They don't, you know what I mean? Like they're taking those baby steps. In the 5D, they see you. They know it's you. They know you're what they, need and want. But on the 3D, this is what they're going through, because it's like, this person is everything. I want to marry this person. I want to have a family with this person. I meet them in the 5th dimension. But right now, I know I'm not aligned. I know I am not all there yet for this connection. And that is okay, because, with time, they will get there. And again, don't think about the union. Think about the life path and purpose work that you guys have to do with each other. Okay, divine feminine to divine masculine says, I love you, but I'm afraid to reach out and have you reject me. And we all know the butterflies we get, or the anxiety we get around that, right? I still feel energy around me. I never believed in these things before. I do now. Okay. I'm confused about what I should do about my feelings for you. Some of the divine feminines also have, encountered their soulmate. You can choose your twin flame, you can choose your soulmate. Regardless, let divine guide you through. And instead of making your own decisions, your own choices, in this state right now with the twin flame collective, I would go into meditation and I will get my answers from there. And I will ask spirit to, show me a dream, give me a vision, to allow myself to understand how to move forward. The next message, I hid my true self from you because you challenged me to expand. Through this hurt, a lot of the divine feminines have realized their strength, have realized their worth, and have come to a place where it's like, you know what, thank you. I needed that to see who I really am, right? So this is some really beautiful messages. Okay, we're going to do the romance angels. So the first card out, getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Okay. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. And you guys can attest to this. This card has come out so much in the Twin Flame Collectives, regardless on my channel and on other tarot readers or oracle readers channels. This card has come out a lot. There's definitely a lot of healing to be done in regards to the family dynamic and their, in that inner wound, that inner childhood wound, right? So separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon. And this is who we're doing the reading for the collective that, are in separation or is in separation. But these are the messages. This is the advice that needs to be followed, or, you have your free will, but this is what, how you should handle the situation, so that way you can get a better outcome. Again, don't rush. Don't, push them, allow them to come through on their own. And it says religious factors. This is the overall energy. And it says your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So for this, it's definitely clear, like for some of the divine masculines, they're not into the spirituality as much as you are. Like, what shops you need to go to get your crystals, about Reiki, about, energy healing, about sound healing, about, tarot, anything metaphysical. Like you're very strong when it comes to that. For those who've been doing it for a while, I've only been doing, I got my awakening in 2018. 19, yeah. So I've only been, like, my channel, it'll be a year or two, I think. No, a year. I think a year or two. And, but it didn't take off till 6 months later. So I had my channel August 2018, I believe, or 2019. But it didn't take off until 6 months later, like around January, February. So with doing the tarot cards, I started out with an angel deck by Doreen Virtue, because I was so fearful of the Rider-Waite deck because of the devil card, right? And as I got older and more experience, I would have to say I've been doing the tarot cards for the clients, and like the other spiritual services. I would say a year to be like put all the times in together. And you evolve, and you grow so much. Like you have your spiritual gifts, but when you start doing it professionally, where you have clients booked, and have services to offer, like that's when you're really stepping into your life path and purpose. And when you do your life path and purpose and put your heart into your life path and purpose, it flows easy, and you just have more abundance because you're being you, right? So a lot of your divine masculines are trying to, understand that spiritual part. Like, will I be judged? What will come of this, right? For your work your light message for divine masculine, they got leap. Not a surprise, right? It says, you go first, the universe will catch you. Just take the leap, divine masculine, and I promise you, this is all they've been saying. Just try, just leap, and you'll be fine. For divine feminine, trust your path. It says, if you knew you would be supported, what would you do? If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? So continue to step into your authentic, true, genuine self as you embark on your life path and purpose journey in regards to the spiritual work you have to do for, the new mission and everything that we're going through and we're about to face. And so be you, like know that whatever you want to do, whether it's start your channel, whether it's get clients booked for spiritual services, know that you're going to be protected and supported by divine, and everything else will fall into place. Remember, when you do this healing work, when you start working with tarot, when you start working with anything metaphysical, spiritually, you have to make sure you're healed, right? Because you can't just go around passing off low vibrational energy and you're not, in the know of how to use your gifts. You have them and they turn on, sometimes they turn off, but you have to be really confident and know how to work your gifts so you're not passing off energies to someone else when you're trying to heal them and ultimately end up hurting them because you're passing energies that you're unaware of. And so again, that's why I feel like everything played out the way that it did in my journey that I'm on right now. Is like I knew my hands healed, but I didn't know how to turn it on and turn it off. Then when I got the clarification on how to do that, boom. Now, okay, channeling. How do I know like which way to go? Like like you keep getting the questions, the answers to the questions you have answered. But, you have to say, what, I need support. I need guidance on this. Show me how, or send someone in my life to support me or show me. And I've had people put in my life in every time I expanded on a new gift, which helped me to understand it a lot better. Okay. So trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? Right? All right, guys, this is your reading for February 23rd, 29th to the 29th. This is the Twin Flame Collective for the new moon energy update. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I don't know why, but it keeps saying pull another card. And so I'm going to go with, as soon as I split the deck, lovers. It's crazy how spirit works sometimes. And so I'm going to just pull one card or let it fall because it's just saying pull another card. So whatever card that falls, we'll talk about it. Okay. You don't have to worry because you're going to be fully taken care of by the universe, very protected, and you are going to, reap your karmic rewards in a positive way, reap your abundance like this here. Know that all of your ships are coming in. All right. Look at the light. Look at your cups. You got this. Okay. All right, guys, so that will be the end of the reading. If you would like to book a reading with me, that information is below in the description box. If you would like to check out my website and see what other services I offer, that website is www.chrissythecrystalindigo.com. If you would like to follow me on Instagram, you can do so at chrissythecrystalindigo. And what else, to all of my subscribers, and clients who have book readings, who have been following me, sharing the information that I'm putting out. I'm sending you guys so much love and light. Happy new moon to you guys. Do not forget to write your affirmations or intentions and place them in the windowsill tonight. And when you're writing your affirmations and intentions, do not forget to choose that pure love energy from your heart as you write, because that will magnify it. And don't forget, tonight is a super moon as well. So love and light, guys.